Oh, you know what that sound is. It's time for Take Survivor, the game where only the strongest take wins. Joining us on the Take Survivor Island today, he's a culture and NBA writer for TheRinger.com. What a great website. He's also a co-host of the Count the Dings podcast. He is Wosny Lambre. Woz, how are you?
I'm good, man. It feels amazing to be on this show as I was the cheap replacement for Jason Concepcion at The Ringer.
Is that in your contract?
Vaguely
No,
NBA. I'm a staff writer, but I've never written a damn thing for the website.
You are not the cheap replacement. It's you and four other people. It took four to replace me. And up next is the writer, director, founder of Follow Through LA, a writer for television, for various other screens. He is the super funny CJ Toledano, one of the great Filipinos in media. CJ, how are you?
I'm great. Well, so I don't know how I didn't get in contention to replace Jason. That would have been just
Did you apply?
I did not apply. I thought it was
There you go.
a straight up transaction. They had four people try to replace Jason. I'm right there. But hey, listen.
He is a contributor writer for the LA Times, folks. The LA Times, it's big time, baby. And the New Yorker. For anybody that's drinking a cup of tea with their pinky out, you're probably reading a Dave Schilling column right now. He is the wonderfully dressed David Schilling. David, how are you?
David is what my mother calls me.
I'm sorry.
It's
when
okay,
I see
I'm
it.
Dave.
Okay,
You
Dave.
Google David Schilling, you get like an Air Force captain or something. You have to Google Dave Schilling to get me.
Excuse me, Dave. He is Dave Schilling. And he is finally the director of video development at Crooked Media, a former producer on this very podcast, a many-time contestant of the Takeline Island, Takeline Survivor Island. He is Elijah Cohn. Elijah, how are you?
Jason, I'm great. It's great to be back. And I got to say, looking at this segment on Fresh Eyes, no one ever asked how you are. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm hanging on by a thread. Let's move on. Here's how this game works. We've got 3 rounds, 3 prompts. First round, I will ask the question. Their contestants will give their takes. And then everybody here, including our super producer Zuri, will then vote on who had the worst take, and that person will be ejected for the island. We repeat that for round 2. But of course, our ejectees remain part of the voting pool. And they will also vote on whose take be sucking. And then we get to the third round, at which point it is a head-to-head matchup to see who takes the Survivor crown. We'll be voting for the winner. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Definitely.
Let's start with our first prompt. What is the best signifier of victory? Is it the Masters green jacket? Is it a trophy? Is it a ring? Is it that big like serving plate they give you at Wimbledon? What is the best way to signify victory? Let's start with you, Elijah Cohn. Elijah, what's the best way to commemorate a championship, a victory, what have you?
I mean, in the spirit of the day, I'm going to have to go with the green jacket of the Masters. It is, as far as I know, the only wearable trophy. It's definitely the most iconic. You can walk into a room full of other professionals wearing that thing casually, and it's like a huge flex that doesn't seem like a huge flex. You don't have to hoist it anywhere. It's nice that the last winner puts it on you. It's a classic, the green jacket of the Masters.
Elijah Cohn says the green jacket wearable. And when you say wearable, I think you mean wearable like in an everyday context. Like you can't just walk out with like the Intercontinental belt like on and go to, right?
You
like,
is
that what you're
saying? Rasheed Wallace.
Right, you can't. That's what you're saying. Okay, let's, up next, Dave Schilling. Dave, what is the best way to commemorate victory?
You queued me up perfectly. This is a wearable. This is something that signifies excellence.
Okay.
Ooh,
Let's go.
Baby. Let's
The
go,
World
baby.
Heavyweight Championship belt. First of all, this is from my fantasy football league, and the nameplate says Mr. Ass, a wrestler, which was my team name. There's gold, rubies, diamonds. You wear it like a jacket, but it's just like a trophy, and that it is gorgeous, it's expensive, it is gaudy. I could wear that to a board meeting. I could wear that to the beach. Just my Speedo and a championship belt. No one's gonna stop me from doing that because guess what? They know I'm the champ.
I love it, Dave. Let's go to CJ. CJ, what's the best way to signify victory, a championship, etc.?
Well, so I'm definitely not going to go Masters because I had to have my white lady Indianapolis wife explain to me how golf works. So, like, if I'm not even, I'm 35-year-old who's worked in sports for a decade. I was like, how is this a new course? What's going on here? But so definitely not going the green jacket. I could buy that at J. Crew, so not that significant. So I will say, and I'm a bootleg connoisseur, not official, you know, so I'm thinking about other merch, other things that people are wearing to celebrate. I'm going to go with the Jeff Hamilton jacket because we're seeing that, you know, started in the 90s with Jordan and the Bulls, and then we got Kobe back to back, just the iconic holding that trophy in the shower in the locker room. To me, you've done it. You're at the top of Everest and you've won your championship. So I'm going to go Jeff Hamilton, a guy who didn't know what the NBA was when he entered fashion design.
And finally, Woz, what's the best way to commemorate a championship?
Man, I can't believe I got the last pick and I got to pick this. And to me, it's definitely the ring. One, because it's gaudy and it's gold and I'm black, like, this is actually my culture. So I can't do this every day. There's certain people, you can't rock a ring like that all over the place. But I'm not talking about Run DMC, Dookie Gold chains, all of that. I'm taking it back to Mansa Musa, Dave. I'm taking it back centuries. We've been doing this gaudy jewelry stuff. So for me, again, as you guys can tell, I'm black. I gotta go with the big old gaudy championship ring because I'm rocking it every day and I'm reminding you that I am number one, I'm the champion, and I came to stunt on your ass.
You know what else is gaudy? A championship belt. Have you seen The Rock? He's black. He wears one all the time.
I love the energy. Let's go to the voting, folks. Are you ready? We are going to the voting round. So everybody here, DM me directly your votes for who you believe had the worst take in the opening round of this yet another thrilling episode of Take Survivor. Who will it be? Will it be Elijah Cohn, who says, man, I just want the guy who I vanquished to put my clothes on for me. I want him to put the jacket on my shoulders. Will it be Dave, who says the championship belt? Yeah, you can go anywhere with it. You can drive with it. You can go and get in the shower with it. You can go to a meeting with a 2-foot wide gold encrusted diamond and ruby encrusted championship belt. Or will it be CJ, who said, man, you know, Jeff Hamilton, he defined the look of somebody who wanted to wear a jacket that had all 30 NBA team logos on it. And it's iconic. And you know you are a champion when you wear that leather and cotton jacket that has so many colors in it that you actually have a seizure. Or Lippy Waz, who says, let's take it back to the beginnings of human culture.
Yes.
It's about jewels. It's about jewelry. It's about diamonds. It's about gold. It's about all that beautiful shit that you wear on your body to signify that you are elite, that you are special. Votes are coming in now. And let's see. We have one vote for Elijah. We have one vote for CJ. We have another vote for Elijah. Another vote for CJ. It's 2-2. 2 Elijah, 2 CJ. And then the final vote for Woz, folks, where you have a runoff. Here's how this works. Everybody can vote again, but you can only vote for either CJ or Elijah to be voted off the island. Send me your votes now. It's either CJ or Elijah. And here we go. At a vote of 4-1, Elijah, you have been eliminated from the island, kicked off the island in round 1. What do you have to say?
Well, much like the Masters, me getting eliminated early in Take Survivor is a tradition unlike any other. Back here.
Elijah, I will say this though. I voted for CJ first. But his pick was so horrible, I said I want him to keep on going. So I'm voting for Elijah this time.
Oh, those jackets are tight.
Entertainment. It's for the entertainment.
I understand. I appreciate the gamesmanship.
Let's go to round 2. Here we go. Round 2, NBA. We are taping this on a Sunday. It is the final day of the NBA regular season. We're moving into the play-in portion of the playoffs. the play-in. This will be the second year of the play-in, the new mini tournament that the NBA put in order to curb tanking late in the season, create some excitement. There's also talk of a mid-season tournament. Adam Silver's been talking about that for many years. Recently, talk about that as kind of like kicked up to another level. And of course, there's been conversations about how there's just too many games in the NBA regular season, and that's been going on for 10, 20 years, a long time. All of which is to say, how do you fix it? How do we fix the NBA season, the structure of it? Do we go to less games? Do we go to a Premier League type, every game counts and you get 3 points for a victory type structure? What do we do? How do we fix the NBA season? Let's start with you, Woz. Woz, how do we fix the NBA season?
I think, especially as it pertains to tanking, I think the best thing would be to get rid of the draft, period. And not make it a straight up free-for-all in the sense that rookies get to go wherever they want to. But I think every team should get a certain allotted amount of money that they can give to a rookie. If you say, I want to use all of my money on Chet Holmgren, or I want to break it down into 3 because I got 3 guys that I think are sleepers or whatever, and you interview them and you court them and they court you back, and people choose who the hell they want, and you show how much you want the person by how much of your resources you're willing to give to them, et cetera, et cetera. All this draft crap where we got to pretend that it's great that Orlando sucks for the 70th year in a row and they get to ruin some next young guy's career because they've been incompetent for the last decade plus. I don't understand how this makes any sense. It's un-American. It's ridiculous. Get rid of the draft right now.
Vivek Ranadive somewhere in Sacramento grabbing his stomach as he's suddenly struck by strange pains in his liver. CJ, what do we do at the NBA season? How do we fix it? How do we change it? How do we make it better?
I think in the play-in, now we're about to miss LeBron. We're about to miss some superstars in the playoff. The people who people tune in to watch. So I'm thinking, let's put the remaining NBA superstars on one of these play-in teams. Let's get LeBron on the Spurs. Let's get Dame on the Pelicans. Let's get Julius Randle on the Hawks. Let's really
thank you for that. Nuts. I really appreciate that.
Is that a good pick for you guys?
I really appreciate. Thank you, CJ. I really, really appreciate that. That kind of like bald-faced flower that you laid at my feet here. But continue. Sorry.
No, I mean, that's really all I got. Let's put Jalen Green also on the mix. Just going to double down on giving everything to Jason here. But I miss these superstars. Let's continue. It's a superstar league. Let's continue to protect them. Let's continue to give them the exposure. That's my recommendation.
I love it. If we can have more superstars in our life, certainly in the postseason, I think that's great. Let's move on now to Dave Schilling. Dave, how do we fix the NBA season? How do we make it better?
I agree completely with CJ. You want to have the superstars in the playoffs. You want to have everybody get a chance to show what they can do. But don't do this allocation thing where now you're putting like LeBron on, the Spurs or something. That's absurd. It's ridiculous. Let's scrap the playoffs completely as they are now and go to an NCAA-style single elimination tournament.
Wow.
All 30 teams play.
Wow.
You got a 130 upset possibility. Imagine some team gets hot. Some garbage franchise like the Pelicans just turns it on. Or like the Lakers, right? Let's say LeBron and AD could get healthy, right? Just for a couple weeks. We're good. We're the champion, even though we barely won 30 games. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't everybody love that?
That is actually a really tantalizing idea, but let's find out what everybody here thinks, including the recently eliminated Elijah and our producer Zuri. Let's go to the voting. Who will be the second person eliminated from Take Survivor today? Will it be Wazzy says no draft? How about like any other job interview, where if you're interviewing talented prospective job candidates, you offer them a higher salary, better benefits, a nice car, like a bag of money, buried in the park somewhere.
It's
to
good
get
enough for Goldman Sachs, Jason.
Yeah, like why not that? Or will it be CJ who says, listen, we need to get the superstars in. Let's put all the superstars on a play-in team and let's just like have fun with it. Let's just like do it for the ratings. Adam Silver is legitimately like rocked up thinking about potentially having LeBron in the postseason right now, and he doesn't have to deal with ABC and his broadcast partners crying about like the lack of star power, and he would love that. Or will it be Dave Schilling who says, like, CJ has correctly diagnosed the problem, but he's misdiagnosed the cure? Here is what it is: May Madness. One shining moment for the NBA, and we just go all 30 teams single elim in May into June. Wouldn't that be fantastic? It'd be a gambler's dream. Votes are coming in now, and oh my God, it has happened again, folks. By a score of 2-2, Dave and Woz are tied. So here we go again, everybody.
Everybody gets to vote again, right?
Everybody is voting once again.
Including us?
Including, yes. Voting again, either for Woz or Dave. Is voting for either Woz or Dave.
Woz, I voted for you. I'm sorry. I just want to let you know.
Wow, what a gut
up.
punch. Couldn't see that one coming.
I'm always going to stab you in the front. You know what I mean? That's how I do it.
But I really do love how tight it's been. This is the kind of stuff that has almost destroyed American democracy, but we're dealing with it well. By a margin of 3-1, Dave, you have been eliminated.
Oh, why?
Oh,
wow.
Explain yourselves. What's the problem? A single elimination tournament's too
I'm sorry.
exciting for you?
I don't know what happened, Dave. I'm as surprised as you, but it did happen, and that brings us to our final round. Folks, here it is. The exciting
first the
culmination.
divorce, now
Your one
this,
vote was
Dave.
for you, by the way.
The exciting culmination of Take Survivor, and the final prompt is this. I love to gamble, baby. Why? Because I love the action. I can't get enough. I'm playing fantasy every day. I'm playing the daily fantasy. I'm playing the fantasy where you just set it for the week. I'm gambling on ants. Which ant can go across the sidewalk faster? I'm gambling on anything because I'm an absolute freak for the action, baby. And that's why I love that Takeline is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, the best and easiest way to get that action directly into your jugular vein so that action can circulate through your system and make you feel alive, baby. Through Underdog's slick mobile app and easy-to-use website, you can draft your favorite NBA players, your favorite MLB players, your favorite sports athletes in competition just in mere minutes, and you can compete for cash prizes every single night of the season. Just head to underdogfantasy.com or download their app from the App Store / Google Play Store, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100 with the promo code Takeline. Get your deposit match and draft your NBA Dream Team today. Who should win NBA MVP this season? It is by any measure essentially a three-player race. You have Nikola Jokic, the reigning MVP, who, in the eyes of some is merely the nerds pick. You have Joel Embiid, who almost single-handedly lifted the Philadelphia 76ers through the season until their recent acquisition of the increasingly washed James Harden. And then it's, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the star of the Milwaukee Bucks, who has previously won the award as well. Those are probably the three leading candidates for the MVP award, but could it be somebody else? Who should win NBA MVP? CJ, let's start with you. Who should win NBA MVP?
Okay, let's break this down on how this award really works. It's storylines, right? We can go numbers all day. And you know what? Embiid leads those. Number one center in most of those categories. Defensive, points, obviously scoring title. Also, dysfunctional Philly team that only added James Harden to try to fix it, which for a week we were like, I think they did it. But Embiid still coming out on top. And let's take a look at the storyline aspect. Joel Embiid has overcome his junk food addiction.
He really did.
His Rick and Morty addiction to play basketball at all levels necessary needed to get far in the playoffs, which I think they have a real chance here if James Harden and Embiid in that bench sort of click. I'm going to go with Embiid. They've never hovered below 4th, I don't think. 1 through 4, whatever, stacked East, Embiid all the way. Screw the numbers. I hate math. Don't care about Jokic.
Hate numbers as well. I love the take. Let's go to Waz. Waz, who should win NBA MVP?
Since CJ hates numbers so much, I'm going to go with this angle.
Okay.
Can a white man get a leg up in today's society? Goddamn, please. Nikola Jokic is the MVP. We need to get this racial essentialism out of our MVP race. We need to get it out of our politics, Jason. Listen, Nikola Jokic, who's going to be the only 2-time Serbian MVP, is the Ketanji Brown of Serbian basketball hoops, y'all. Let's get the numbers out of it. Let's stop making it about color. Let's give the white man a chance in the black man's sport, in the city game. Jason, this is a man from the countryside
That's right.
of Serbia. He's not even from Belgrade. He's not even from the city part. This man, he's an outsider. And let him get the MVP. It's better for society. It's better for basketball as a whole. Give the white man a chance for once, please.
once.
Even if he's Eastern European, give him a shot.
Can we clip that and put that out with no context?
Yeah, no context whatsoever. All right, let's go to the voting. To remind everybody, we're voting for the winner here, okay? So Zuri, Elijah, David, voting for the winner. Who will the winner be? Will it be Waz, who says of Nikola Jokic, still he rises? Can we let a white European man finally succeed in this world? Will it happen? Will we allow that to happen? Or will it be CJ who says, listen, it's Joel Embiid in the battle, the eternal battle of storylines versus stats. Joel Embiid is the guy with the full complement of both sides. He has the storylines and the stats. And he's carrying James Harden's bloated body across the finish line. The votes are coming in now. And folks, 1 vote for Waz, 1 vote for CJ, another vote for Waz, another vote for CJ. We're tied again.
Oh my God.
And then the final vote and the deciding vote is for our winner of Take Survivor today, Sunday, April 10th. Waz, you are the champion. Waz, what do you have to say?
Thank you. I want to thank everybody back in East Flatbush, Brooklyn, as well as Queens Village, New York. I couldn't have done it without all you people back over there. And I also want to thank Jason Concepcion for paving the way for loudmouth New Yorkers.
Let's go.
In this media thing. I love you, bro, for that. Thank you, everybody.
East 19th and Cortell, you stand up. Let's go.
Woo, let's go.
That has been Take Survivor. See you next time.